Hey my dudes, I'm Laddie and welcome to another video. I don't really know how to make this video, and I've filmed it a bunch of times, or at least, I've planned to film things a bunch of times, and I've had a lot to say to myself in my own head, but I haven't really spoken about this for an extremely long time to anyone, or even myself. I haven't really wanted to chat about it. I've just woken up, my hair's a mess and my eyes are red. I don't know why. It's actually quite a hard one to chat about because obviously you've seen the title. It's about gender, it's about what I identify as, but I don't want anyone to this is a really hard one. I don't want to make this video too long or anything. I just want to get out my thoughts on this because I feel like when I chat in videos, I'm not being, the point in this is to this channel is to kind of show myself and my journey so that other people can relate to it and watch it, and I feel like I'm not being my authentic self if I don't at least tell you guys what's been going through my mind with this, since it's such a big thing. People may not have noticed, but in my last few videos, when I refer to things for example, if I was meant to say, yeah, but I am a man, I think I mentioned it in this Reddit video or the other ones, I say, but I am a man, or I've been living as a man for a certain amount of time. Or I chose my words carefully, when I was chatting to my dad, I was when I was meant to say something about me being a man, I was well, actually, I'm kind of a bit, not really 100% a male, but I didn't really want to put a label to it. I told him that in the video. You can go back and watch it in the alien gender video, that I am not really 100% sure all of the time what my gender is. I understand the reason why I didn't want to make this video, and the reason why I've been kind of pushing this thought to my subconscious for ages, is because I've made so many videos about these transgenders and these people who detransition and these people who do this and that, and I thought, oh my god, maybe this feeling, and I'll tell you what the feeling is in a minute, but maybe this feeling is me being one of those detransitioner people and this and that. But I think that's because I was so scared that was going to happen, because 100% would never do that. That would be so hypocritical of me. But I think the reason why I thought that, and I was scared that I was one of those detransitioner people, is because I had such a binary view on gender. And that's not me saying that I've always thought that non-binary people are ridiculous. Not at all. I have non-binary friends, and I've made videos supporting non-binary people and stuff. But I just never saw myself as it, and one of the reasons why I also didn't want to make this video, and one of the reasons why I also did want to make this video, which makes no sense, is I was always called, because I was just a binary transgender man, I was always called one of the sane ones, or one of the good ones, not one of these ridiculous ones. And it was one of the things that got me by. When people were being transphobic, they were at least a little less transphobic to me, because I was okay with their jokes, and I was okay with this and that, and especially towards people being oh, the non-binary is ridiculous, this and that. And then more recently, I got more protective of the non-binary people, which I should have done originally anyway. If any of you guys have been here long enough, I mean, my channel's dwindling a bit recently, let's be honest, because I've been not sure about my content at the moment. So, it's generally, I feel like maybe because I've been so uncertain with everything that it's dwindling and stuff. But my videos way back, yes, I am going to get to the point where I tell you guys exactly how I feel, I swear. But my videos way back, I used to make videos laughing at people. For example, one of my first most popular videos was me laughing at Milo Stewart, and obviously the stuff Milo Stewart said was ridiculous. Like, I still don't agree with the stuff back then. But, you know, laughing at loads of different people and loads of different people's genders. I recently did one about gender fluid, gender neutral aliens or whatever it is. And just being intrigued and not understanding it. But yeah, even in that video I mentioned to my dad, I'm not 100% male, or 100% feel like a man in my gender. And I did mention it in the last video, no one picked up on it, but okay. And the few videos before that, whenever I've mentioned about my gender, I've always been careful to say I'm either been living as a male for a certain amount of time, or that I, identify as mostly a male or something like that. Yeah, for like the longest time I was quite happy being one of the good ones, one of the sane ones, one of the, I don't know why I'm playing with a piece of dried rice, because I'm anxious. I don't know where this piece of dried rice came from. I'm gonna throw that in the bin. This morning before this video, I was so like, what should I film or should I not? I literally got a nosebleed just before this, so I hope I'm not going to start. Yeah, I guess I'll get to the point before this video gets too long, and I'm going to post it right away today before I change my mind, because I have two different minds about this. Most of the time I'm just like, oh no, I'm a trans man, 100%, I'm just a trans man. And then sometimes I will watch videos of things and this and that, or different makeup things, and I'm not saying me doing makeup, because that's another thing. Me doing makeup and things like that does not mean I'm like, you still can't identify as be a trans man and want to do feminine things. And I know a lot of people have seeked, especially videos I made where I was like, I'm a man, insert any video here where I've been like, I'm definitely a man, fuck you, I'm a man, like, screw you, like, I made loads of videos like swearing at the camera and being like, I'm not a transgender, I'm a dude. I understand that, I've made so many videos saying that, but that's what I thought at the time, and I'll just say what I'm, I guess I've been rambling on so that I don't really have to say it, but I don't want to put a label on myself at all when it comes to gender. But there's a lot of the times where some days I do wish I could go out, and this would be in a crazy alternate universe where I could sometimes click my fingers and just go out a day as a woman. And I know I have been obviously a female from birth, up until I transitioned, and I really haven't talked about this to my friends much. Only a few friends I've chatted to it about. But I do think a lot of the time I really enjoy, me being sort of like presenting as a man and gaining muscles, as I'm really trying to do recently, and working out. That is obviously, I'm not just saying it's a man's thing, but to get that more manly shape. I'm actually right now making a video about a beard kit so I can grow more facial hair, and being seen as a guy to others, so being called he, him, and this and that in public. But more recently I've not cared as much, and it started to, I don't know if it's since my dysphoria's dwindled that I've, since I've had top surgery and since this and that I've had less and less sort of aggressive thing against dysphoria. I guess because when I had a lot of dysphoria, I had such an aggressive response against it that I was like, oh, I'm 100% a man, this and that, I needed to prove myself. I felt like I needed to prove myself to be 100% the sort of the man that I am. You know, that's what I identify as. Even when I was doing makeup, you know. But the first thing I ever came out as was gender fluid. And then the second thing I ever came out as was a demi guy, which, if you guys don't know, it means you kind of lean more towards male, because that's what I basically identified with at the time. And the reason why I transitioned is because most of the time I am in the state of mind where I am chill and happy to just be walking around as a dude, basically. And, you know, I'm happy with how things have happened, with my testosterone glow up. But I didn't think I was being my authentic self when I literally had to write words in videos around gender. Like, I feel like I was being very unauthentic. And me saying I'm possibly gender fluid or demi guy, I don't like the words. I'm just gonna say what, you know, back then, that's what felt most like me, and it might also be the same today, except I decided to just call myself a trans man because it was easier starting off. I still want to just be, you know, trans man, YouTuber, this and that, but I feel like I cannot back up non-binary people and then also be lying about me being non-binary based on the stigma that is against non-binary people. And that's basically why, you know, I had enough being a trans man, but then also being a non-binary person, you know, on top of that. And I'm not saying I'm definitely non-binary. I'm not saying it's also not just expression that I might work out that maybe I just want to go out each day in more makeup. You know, it may not have to be a gender thing. I don't know. But I'm glad I finally made this video, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. And I'm sorry if I rambled on for so long. I don't want to edit this. I just want this to be a stream of consciousness. But it's a hard one, and yes, still want to be called a trans man for now. Who knows, in the future I might 100% change that and be like, I'm this. But most of the time, the reason why I started transitioning and everything like that, most of the time, and I still am continuing on, I'm just getting more testosterone recently, most of the time I am chill, like identifying as a dude and just living my life as a dude, as I mentioned. Sometimes I definitely have always wanted to be able to just go out one day and suddenly just be in a completely new body. And those certain days, like, I don't know whether I want to be called she, her on those days, or they, them, or anything like that. But I certainly care less now what kind of gender people see me as all the time. And I don't know if it's just because I'm a bit more comfortable most of the time. It's a very interesting thing, and it's honestly been keeping me up at night for the longest time. Gender is a very confusing thing. Got a comment recently saying, I'm really confused, I'm like a certain age, I'm young, and I'm really confused about my gender. And I was like, it'll work out, but really, I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't always have to work out. You don't always have to have one particular thing you know you identify as. And you shouldn't have to explain that. And I know I am, but I'm doing it because I know you guys, you know, it might be useful for someone who is also feeling the same way. But the rest of the world, when they say to me, oh, well, that doesn't make any sense, you not having a defined gender, or you not being specifically this and that, they can go F off, because that's like, it doesn't matter. I'm just me. I'm just being Toby. I'm just, you know, being myself, being lardy, as I am on here. I don't think that I want, for now, I don't want like those people being like, so do you want to be called this and that, he, him, this and that, they, them, she, her. I just go with he, him for now. Let's just roll with that for a minute. And I want it to be open, and I've always been a bit more loose with my identity than I think some other people, and the way it goes. And maybe that's why I've been a tiny bit more comfortable with doing certain things, but it also, if I was just a trans man, it would still be just as valid that I do all of those dress up things and makeup and things like that. Anyway, this is going to be an interesting video to post. Nothing's definite right now, but let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of everything this, what you think of, there's literally a hornet outside of my, outside of my window trying to get in. I'm so distracted, I'm like, squirrel. Please subscribe, that was such a sad way of saying please subscribe, but just to see what's happening more on the channel, and let me know in the comments also what you guys want from the channel, because I'm gonna be honest and I'm gonna be blunt, I've not had crazy amounts of like enthusiasm, especially with my last 3 videos getting suppressed that I put a lot of work in to, and stuff like that, and you know, like I put a lot of effort into a lot of last videos and then it just kind of went down. So I was like, well, I'll hopefully see you guys soon in the videos. I'm gonna try and make another video soon. I made one with my dad a little while ago that I've still got to edit, but who knows if that will get suppressed as well. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you guys in another video. Yeah. Wow, I'm surprised I actually made this. Let's see if I post it.